Welcome to the inaugural episode of FlameNation. I'm Michael Colander.
And I'm Brad McClung. For those of you who tuned in to Inside Lee Basketball, FlameNation is the birth child of the show. We are here to bring you highlights, interviews, and commentary from Lee University Athletics. For now, the focus will continue to be on basketball until the season comes to an end, but we will keep you updated on the Flames, Lady Flames, and Gulf South Conference as a whole.
The Flames and Lady Flames went to Cleveland, Mississippi early last week to take on Delta State and to start a 5-game road trip. Erin Walsh scored on this floater for 2 of her 8 points as the Lady Flames were able to start out hot. However, baskets stopped dropping. Lee was 0 for 9 in the first half from 3 and only 3 for 7 from the line. Delta State was able to score in the paint and off of turnovers to quickly cut into the 19-10 early lead the Lady Flames had built. Delta State closed the half on a 17-8 run to tie the game after 20 minutes of play. The Lady Flames were able to score from the field early despite the struggles from deep, and the teams went into the break locked up at 27. The shooting woes continued despite 3 second-half three-pointers as Lee shot 30% from the field. However, 6 assists and a basket and only 1 turnover for point guard Alex Swope, combined with 12 points and 5 rebounds off the bench for freshman Shelby Brown, kept the Lady Flames in the game. The Lady Flames found themselves down by 9 with less than a minute remaining, but that wasn't going to keep the team from trying to make a miraculous comeback. Walsh connected on a 3-pointer, but that comeback wasn't enough as the Lady Flames fell 54-49. For Lee, Shelby Brown had 12 points and 5 rebounds, shooting 6 for 8 from the field. Carrie Cheeks added 11 points and 9 rebounds. On the other side, Delta State's Chelsea Rhodes had 19 points and 3 assists, and Seneca Walton had 10 points and 6 rebounds. We caught up with Coach Marty Rowe after the game.
Well, in the one stretch, and that's kind of how this league, and that's kind of probably what we're going through as a group right now. As a young team, it is not having lapses. And today it was, we got killed on the glass and, had a stretch there where they kind of physically dominated the game. And so we got to figure out a way to keep from doing that. Foul trouble was a factor again when Christine and Carrie both went out defensively and on the glass. It really hurts us, because those are really probably our 2 best rebounders. And so, especially against athletic teams like what we're playing right now. And so we got to figure out a way to kind of shorten those gaps that we have. But, we battled, we came back, we had a nice run. They went up, I think, 9, and we cut it to 4, and had a couple opportunities late. So, again, we played well, we played hard, we battled. We're just playing good basketball teams. Delta State's a really good team.
It was much of the same for the men as Corey Billingsley hit an early 3 for the Flames on his way to 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. But it was sophomore point guard Stedman Ford who led the Flames in what Coach Tommy Brown called his best game yet. However, for each Flames basket, the Statesmen answered with points of their own. Lee finished with higher percentages from the field and the 3-point line, but Delta State held a considerable free throw advantage as the team converted 67% of its shots from the charity stripe while the Flames barely hit a third. The Statesmen also held an advantage on the boards and got out in transition for several big dunks. The Flames were able to take a 5-point lead, but Delta State surged to swing the game by 10 points in a 5.5-minute stretch and take a 5-point lead. Delta State continued to get out and score on breakaway dunks. None more exciting than this windmill by LaQuavius Cotton. The 2 teams continued to exchange baskets, but Delta State stayed ahead to claim the 64-61 victory. On the Flames side, Stedman Ford recorded 26 points and 4 rebounds, going 6 of 9 from the 3-point line. Corey Billingsley added 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists in the game. For Delta State, Alistair Chisholm led scoring with 20 points on 8 of 10 from the field, and LaQuavius Cotton added 16 points and 4 assists on the game. We talked to Coach Tommy Brown after the tough loss.
Oh, man, I tell you. You don't ever blame officials, but 4 or 5 just didn't go our way. The jump ball, I'll never I don't understand that one. The travel call, the charge, is tough. But hey, that's life on the road. We're a long way from home. In Mississippi, I thought we showed a lot of character and fight. Last year's team couldn't have made it back from getting punched in the face like that. But I thought our guys responded. Stedman obviously had one of his better games since he's been here at Lee. Did a great job scoring the ball, and just good to have Chase Cullen back. He did a nice job. I mean, they got a big offensive rebound down the stretch, and you know, we got out rebounded both games last week. We're smaller than everybody we play, and we're probably not as athletic. So we got to do a good job boxing out. We also have to just win those 50-50 balls, just out-fight our opponent. Go, I mean, like Charles Barkley said, go get it. We just got to go get it. And so you're right. I mean, rebounding is one of the major keys for us right now to be successful in turning over. We had some big turnovers. So that was it. I mean, if you got any suggestions on rebounding, let me know, because it's just hard at times when you got a kid that's more athletic and 4 inches taller. Sometimes equal effort, that kid's going to win.
Next up, the teams traveled to Mississippi College, and the Lady Flames were able to come away with a blowout win against the Lady Choctaws. The Lady Flames continued to roll, jumping out to a 23-9 early lead led by 9 first-half points for Shelby Brown. Junior forward Christina Johnson dominated the glass on her way to a school record 16 rebounds to go along with 6 points and 2 assists. The Lady Flames were also able to take advantage of 28 Mississippi College turnovers and turn those into 23 points. At the half, it was the Lady Flames up 35-17 over the Lady Choctaws. The second half was more competitive as Mississippi College showed some signs of life. But 4 Caleb Beavers three-pointers proved to be too much for the team to handle. The Lady Flames put the game away to claim a 66-44 victory and push the team's record to 9-4 with a 6-4 record in the Gulf South Conference. Caleb Beavers led the Flames with 12 points on 4 of 8 shooting from behind the arc. Christina Johnson added 6 points and 16 rebounds in the game. On the Mississippi College side, Anne-Marie Harris added 14 points and 7 rebounds, and Ashley Miner had 13 points and 3 steals.
It's big because we're so young, and it's just a big step for us. I thought that we came out strong in the first half, and it was just great that we could continue to come out and execute the way that we wanted to.
Well, we've definitely been looking to get over this hump, and knowing that we need to learn how to win on the road. Being a young team in this league, we know it's not easy. It's not easy at home, much less on the road. And especially today, you know, you've got a 6 p.m. game, you're sitting around the hotel, and we really challenged them, and they came out and they responded. We were good right off the bat, you know, we weren't sluggish at all, and came out and really did a good job from the start. And you know, you come in at halftime or challenge them again not to have a letdown. You know, we've had that. So we did a good job of really keeping that lead and just continuing to push it out. We had so many people contribute tonight, so many people coming off the bench and giving us big minutes with some people in foul trouble, especially in the first half. Just a great team win. Good to see Caroline come in and give us a lift early, and you know, Jordan late defensively, and just a lot of people, and that's what it's going to take on the road.
The Flames weren't so fortunate and found themselves in a tougher battle with the Choctaws as free throws once again proved to be pivotal in a close game against fellow Gulf South opponent Mississippi College. Jervon "Jump" Johnson hit 7 three-pointers on his way to 21 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. The Flames were outsized and outmuscled as the Choctaws scored 36 points in the paint, 16 more than the Flames, including an alley-oop to put Mississippi College up by 4 late in the first half. The Flames ended the half on a 3-0 run to cut the lead to 1. In the second half, Lee had some problems closing out as the team let the opponent shoot 50% from behind the arc. However, some timely rebounding and an overall advantage on the boards kept the game close. Corey Billingsley, the team's leading scorer with 16.7 points per game, upped his average with 20 points in this contest. And Johnson continued his hot shooting when he went 7 for 9 from behind the arc. Lee took a lead into the final 15 seconds, but missed the front end of a 1-and-1 on 2 consecutive trips to the line, and that gave Mississippi College a chance to win it. Tristan Moore took the ball the length of the court and used a nifty spin and banked it up and in to give the Choctaws a 1-point lead. That gave Lee one final chance at the win. Corey Billingsley threw up a prayer that rebounded and tipped back in by Chase Colon. However, as you can see, Colon missed getting the shot off just in time, and the Flames dropped its 4th straight game. Final score, Lee 72, Mississippi College 73. Dravon Johnson helped the Flames with 21 points, 7 for 9 from deep, and Corey Billingsley added 20 points, 4 assists, and went 9 from 9 from the charity stripe. For Mississippi College, Tristan Moore had 13 points and was 3 for 4 from 3. And Troy Rice had a double-double with 12 points and 10 rebounds. Coach Cole Rose talked to us about the heartbreaking loss.
Well, hopefully, we can remember this feeling and, really set into us emotionally and say, we don't want to go back here and take care of the little things that cost us these last 2 games. So like you said, free throws and turnovers, especially down the stretch, were really tough for us.
What do we have to do different on the road versus at home?
You got to expect you're not going to get any calls. And so all those little things, all the little opportunities, a free throw here, a turnover there, they just are that much more important, especially in this league where you're facing a good team every night and where home court advantage is such a big thing. It's worth so many points, so we got to take them where we can get them.
The Flames and Lady Flames continued the road trip, this time heading to longtime rival Shorter University for the clash with the Hawks. The Lady Hawks were able to connect here, but the Lady Flames defense held Shorter to just 28% shooting on 56 shots. Both teams struggled from deep throughout the game and drove in to create points any way possible. Aaron Walsh and Carrie Cheeks each contributed with 14 points apiece, and the Lady Flames held an advantage in the paint to take a 3-point halftime lead. Kayla Beavers, one of the few veteran players on this young Lady Flames squad, scored 7 points and also contributed with 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals. Newcomer Rebecca Jamison came in for 6 strong minutes and recorded an assist to fellow freshman Shelby Brown. The Lady Hawks finally connected from deep on one of the team's 2 3-pointers to keep Shorter in the game, but Erin Walsh had an answer with a 3-pointer of her own. Some nifty passes leading to fast break points and timely free throws from Beavers put the Lady Flames ahead by 3. A last-second shot attempt by Shorter to send the game into overtime was just a little strong, and the Lady Flames squeaked past rival Shorter 53-50 for the team's 2nd straight conference win. In the game, Aaron Walsh and Carrie Cheeks both led scoring with 14 points. Walsh added 3 assists and 4 steals, and Cheeks added 6 rebounds and 2 blocks. For Shorter, Aishia Alexander had 12 points and 9 rebounds with 3 steals, and Sanira Pitt had 9 points and 5 rebounds. We talked with Coach Rowe about the hard-fought victory against a longtime rival.
Well, they know us better than anybody. So you expect a game like this, or I expect a game like this, and some of our older players kind of know, but our freshmen learn real quick. Once you get in conference, everybody's so familiar with each other, especially this team. We played in the same league for 10 of the last 11 years, so, and I've known Vic forever. We share things and do things, and so you expect that knowledge to be a close, tight game every time, and obviously that's 2 good road wins in a row for us, and so I feel like we're taking a step in the right direction. Yeah, Emily made that one, and then obviously KB right there late. we've got a bunch of really good foul shooters, people that can really shoot it, got it to the right people and handled the pressure. I mean, so, and we got some big stops late. I mean, that's a big deal for us. And, you know, it feels good to win games down the stretch where you have to really, really fight.
In the men's game, Javon Johnson continued his hot shooting on his way to 13 points. However, it was 19 turnovers for the Flames that would lead to 24 shorter points. Corey Billingsley scored 2 of his 13 points here, but finished shooting only 29% from the field. Senior forward Chad Lee finished 3 for 5 from downtown and added 5 boards, 2 assists, and a steal. Head coach Tommy Brown would call Lee a true floor leader after the game. Shorter turned several fast break chances into highlight-worthy dunks, displaying the team's athleticism. The Hawks are 12-5 on the season and 7-4 in the conference. Lee hit back-to-back three-pointers from the same spot, but Shorter responded with a three-pointer of its own. The teams traded baskets and Billingsley hit a corner 3 late in the game, but the Hawks took the inbounds pass for the length of the court for 2 points to put the Flames away. The loss was the 5th straight for the Flames. The last 3 have been by a combined 7 points. The Flames dropped the game at Shorter by a score of 79-76, despite Tyquan Roberts adding 15 points and 8 rebounds, while Chase Cullen had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. On Shorter's side, Jordan Jacks led the way with 22 points, 14 rebounds, as well as 2 blocks. And Trevor McDade added 16 points and 2 assists. We caught up with Chase Cullen to discuss the tough loss after the game.
We're just not bringing intensity all the way through the game. We got to play a full 40 minutes. We're hitting a block towards the last 10 minutes, man. We just got to keep our energy up, play defense, get the rebounds, all the little plays. We're not getting them, so that's the reason we've been losing. So.
The Flames and Lady Flames will continue their travels Thursday night as they go to Jackson, Tennessee to take on Union University. Here's a look at how the Flames and Lady Flames fare in the Gulf South Conference. On the men's side, Alabama Huntsville leads the conference with a record of 8-3 in conference and an overall record of 13-4. Tied with Alabama Huntsville up at the top is Delta State with a conference record of 8-3 as well. Their overall record is 11-6. Union comes in next with a conference record of 7-4, 13-4 overall. West Georgia 7-4 as well, 12-4 overall. Shorter also up there at 7-4, 12-5 with an overall record. West Alabama also tied with a group of them at 7-4 with a 12-7 overall record. Mississippi College comes in next with a conference record of 5-6 and an overall record of 7-6. Christian Brothers tied with Mississippi College with a conference record of 5-6 and an overall record of 8-7. Then comes your Flames with a conference record of 4-7, 9-7 overall. Valdosta State follows the Flames with a conference record of 3-8, 8-9 overall. North Alabama is tied with Valdosta State through a 3-8 conference record. They are 6-11 overall. And wrapping up the Gulf South, West Florida 2-9 in conference and 6-11 overall.
On the ladies' side, Union University leads the way with a 9-2 conference record and a 13-2 record overall, while West Florida also has a 9-2 conference record, coming in at 12-3 overall in the season. Your Lee Lady Flames are 7-4 in the conference with a 10-4 record, while West Georgia, North Alabama, and Delta State all come in with a 6-5 conference record through 11 games. Alabama Huntsville is sitting at 5-6 on the season with an 8-9 overall record, while Mississippi College, Valdosta State, and West Alabama are all sitting at 4-7 in the conference. Shorter and Christian Brothers round out the bottom of the conference with a 3-8 conference record, a 7-10 record overall, and a 5-12 record overall, respectively. Thank you for joining us on this inaugural episode of Flame Nation. I'm Brad McClung.
And I'm Michael Colander. Tune in next week and we'll keep you updated on how the Flames fared in Memphis, Tennessee. Have a good one.